After the breaking, everything just continued as canon. Beacon rooftop. Jaune gazes up at the moon along with Lilith. Pyrrha approaches the duo. Pyrrha, what are you doing up here, Jaune? Jaune, we're just stargazing and I'm just contemplating life. Pyrrha, is something bothering you? Jaune, a bit. I'm still thinking of my family I left behind. Pyrrha, why? Is there a problem? Jaune, deciding to trust his partner, said. Jaune, yeah, I just ran away without saying a word. I got into an argument with my father about my dream and he didn't support me. Pyrrha, I'm sorry to hear that. I know what it feels like to not be given what you truly want. Jaune, well, at least I'm not alone. I just wanted to be here because of my dream. But now that I'm here, I see that huntsmen aren't the heroes I expected they would be. Pyrrha, what do you mean? Jaune, my dream was to help people, but what I saw disgusted me. Even though he is supposed to be a future huntsman, he was just as bad, same as a filthy bandit. And when Velvet got bullied for her race, I was worried for Lilith. But what pissed me off the most is no one helped her and just watched. Pyrrha, maybe they were just worried that they would get into trouble. Jaune, that is what heroes shouldn't do. They do the right thing regardless of consequences. Jaune apologized to both Pyrrha and Lilith. Jaune, I'm just frustrated. All I wanted was to help people, but I was denied my dreams, and Cardan of all people is allowed to go to Beacon? Jaune, why must the world be unfair? Pyrrha put a hand on his shoulder to help calm him down. Pyrrha, I know that the world is unfair, but we have to keep moving, right? That's how I faced my days in the arena. Jaune nods and remembers his grandfather's teachings. Jaune, I believe I still have much to learn to become emotional like that. Pyrrha, Jaune, to feel is to be human. There's nothing wrong with that. Jaune, but still, I was taught better and I should never be sorry. Just be better. Pyrrha, kinda old-fashioned there. Jaune, well, my family is pretty ancient. Pyrrha, well, let's get back to our dorm, it's getting cold up here. They returned to their dorm. Unbeknownst to them, Cardan was listening in. Cardan, a runaway, how this could be good blackmail material. The next day at Forever Falls. Glinda, alright, stay with your groups and collect your share of the sap, and we'll meet back here in 2 hours. Cardan pulled Jaune aside, leaving Lilith with his team. Cardan threatens to expose his secret, but Jaune simply shoves him off. Jaune, this is your only warning. You have crossed me 2 times, already the 3rd time I will not be so mercifully. Jaune rejoined his team and they began doing their projects. Jaune, Lilith, stay close to me. Lilith, okay Papa. I found some sap. Jaune, good job Lilith. You're learning from our survival training. Jaune, Pyrrha, is the area still clear? Pyrrha, nothing as of yet. Jaune, Ren? Why is it? We only have 1 jar of sap. Ren, Nora keeps eating them. Jaune, having a migraine. This is not good behavior when you're traveling, but he can't rebuke her. This is just an exercise. Everyone is doing well until his helmet alerted him of an incoming projectile. Jaune, Pyrrha, look out! Raising her shield in time to block a jar smashing into it. Then another jar flew through the air, but this time Jaune shot it out at the sky with his DL-44. Jaune looked over to a nearby ridge with his rangefinder only to spot Cardan and his idiots laughing. Jaune could hear buzzing suddenly. Jaune, rapier wasps. Guys, protect Lilith. Everyone dispatched the bugs. Jaune was beyond pissed. Not only Cardan attacked his team now, he has endangered his daughter. Now Jaune is out for blood. Pyrrha. Jaune, what was that? Jaune, someone planned this attack on us and I'm gonna deal with him, he said darkly. Jaune, everyone watch over Lilith. Then Jaune left. Cardan, ha ha ha, that should teach them to humiliate me. Jaune lands behind Cardan. Jaune, your blackmail attempt and insults are one thing, but endangering my daughter, well, you're good as dead. Cardan, oh really, it's 4v1, you're dead meat. Jaune, arrogance and stupidity all in one package. How efficient of you. Cardan, grr. Get him. Jaune simply disarmed them by shooting their weapons out of their hands like this. Jaune, now any more bright ideas from the peanut gallery? Cardan picked up his mace, then hears growling from behind them. It was an Ursa Major. RDL ran away like cowards, leaving Cardan to fend for himself. Jaune allowed Cardan to show his worth and let him battle the Ursa. Sadly, Cardan only lasted a few moments before he was incapacitated by the bear. Jaune, having seen enough, he quickly drew and shot at the beast, but to his surprise the shots bounced off the blonde plating. Seems like this Ursa is an ancient grim due to the fact it had more armor and strategically fought Cardan without taking damage. Jaune, huh, you're tough. Alright, let's see if you're tougher than Beskar. He uses his vambrace to block the claw and decapitates the beast. Jaune, guess Beskar is still the best. Pyrrha and RWBY joined in and saw the kill. RWBY was about to speak, but Pyrrha stopped her. Jaune approaches Cardan. Jaune, I warned you to stop your bullshit, but you don't listen, do you? This is the last warning if you ever endanger my team or forbid my daughter, and it will result in your permanent end. When they returned to Beacon, Cardan reported that Jaune was a runaway. Ashbin blocked the scandal before it got worse by revealing recordings of what happened in Forever Falls. Cardan was looked down upon by the entire student body, but the damage was done. News reached the Ark residence. And Mr. and Mrs. Ark is on their way to Beacon.